And we're back. Oh gosh, being a YouTuber is a lot of learning. A lot of learning. So, loved ones, if you have come back, I apologize. I am still mastering all of this and figuring out how best to make it work for all of us. So, let's see here. All right, now I have my chat back. And loved ones, where we left off for Sagittarius was with the solar plexus chakra, number 3. The frequency of the solar plexus chakra, the yellow flower of life, supports our sense of self, our personal power, and our willpower, as well as our knowing of who we are and what our contribution is to the whole. So working on this confidence, on this comfort, on this certainty that you know that you are valuable. You have a valuable contribution to a partnership. All right. Back to affirmators. Let's see what affirmators we have for Sagittarius. What affirmators do we have for Sagittarius? Affirmators. Just love these cards. They're very human, very real. All right. And we have follow your heart. Follow your heart, Sagittarius. I'm always rewarded when I follow my heart. I trust that the GPS in my heart knows all the best routes. And when it seems like it's taking too long to get where I want, I know that's because there's some cool, weird stuff for me to see along the way. So I'm going to put that next to waiting for your ships to come in. Because I think that's where I get the impression that's where it needs to go. So Sag, a lot going on, maybe a couple of different storylines here. So just realize that take the reflective time by yourself. Maybe if you're waiting for stuff to come in, following your heart is really important. And the energy of this full moon is coming to tell you that. Okay. There's definitely balancing going on an emotional level, seeking balance in a material level, a spiritual level, and also in a partnership. But remember that with the solar plexus right here and our gifts received, don't let pride get in the way of you receiving things, of there being balance, of there being reciprocity for you, my Sagittarius loved ones. All right. So hopefully, at least in somewhere, there's a message for somebody because you saw those cards just jumped out. If you had been watching that pre-shuffle. So interesting. Let's see what's going on for Capricorn. Capricorn did really not like the last reading, or maybe just not Capricorn wasn't resonating with it. But I'm feeling much better reading for Capricorn this time. So I am very, very confident that we have some good positive messages for my Capricorn loved ones. Let's see what this Sag full moon is bringing. The Strawberry Moon, June 2019. What kind of energy is coming in for Capricorn with the Sagittarius full moon? What energy is coming in for Capricorn? energies are coming in for Capricorn? One more shuffle here. So I'd be curious to know if there are any caps, even if you didn't resonate with the reading, like what's been going on. Because even if maybe those messages were off with the reading, I was perceiving, feeling physically sick. And it just, as soon as the messages came out, it went away. Energies for Capricorn for the Sag full moon. Energies for Capricorn for the Sag full moon. What did you miss? Not much, dreamer. We just went back over that solar plexus activation card. And there we go. We got that first jumper. So we have the Hanged Man energy starting off for Capricorn. We finished the solar plexus was the activation for Sagittarius. And the advice was to follow your heart. If you're in an impasse, in a decision, to follow your heart and do what makes you happy. Because your heart is the best GPS. All right. Ooh, we have Five of Pentacles energy for Capricorn. Emotional and material changes, or financial and material changes. Feeling maybe left out in the cold. Having some kind of, you could have a change in living situation that was not anticipated. We have awareness. This is our Magician card in, yes, it does, Silent Dreamer. So, there we go. One more for you, the waiting game. Well, for the Capricorns that were dealing with a toxic situation, you physically moved out of it. We have this Magician manifester. Also, in this deck, it's represented as awareness. So maybe coming to an awareness that, you know what, I'm done. I'm done sacrificing. I've spent this time trying to get a better perspective, a different perspective, a new perspective, and it's not coming. So I'm done. And now we have Two of Wands. We have the waiting game. There's a choice. It's indicative of a choice here for my Capricorn loved ones. So let's see what clarifiers we have to help us hone in on these energies that are coming with this Sag full moon for you, Capricorn. All right. So we have, yes, you've moved on. Oh, okay. Excellent energy. This is what I was wanting to see, Capricorn. It's been like an energetic, just an absolute shift, which is wonderful. And I think that's probably why I'm not getting those physical symptoms this time, because you are not feeling like just sick, literally, with this situation. So Hangman is about going into look at something from a new perspective to gain clarity. And there's your clarity with this awareness with the Magician card right here. That's a new path, new beginning. You have the tools to do it on your own. In terms of this Five of Pentacles energy, I say moving on. And then what do we get as a clarifier? We get Six of Swords energy, literally moving on. Also, if we look at this, if we had some kind of parenting situation where we're cohabitating, a marriage situation, somehow things are going their separate ways with this energy. It can mean feeling left out in the cold. In terms of this Page of Cups energy here coming in under the sacrifice and the awareness, with this eclipse, you may have somebody bringing you an apology. Somebody wanting to reconcile because they see that, at least psychologically, like you're done. You're over it. And what we have clarifying that underneath the waiting game is Three of Cups energy, reunion. And when we look at, we have that Page of Cups is looking toward that reunion. So I would say be aware, Capricorn, that toxic force may be coming back. with either a really weak offer that they will use to string you along, or with an apology. And I would strongly consider where that apology is coming from. Is that coming from a place of financial hardship, or is that a genuine, heartfelt apology? Also, Page is kind of weak energy. It's kind of like a very small apology. So I would just be wary with this full moon energy coming in, Capricorn, about what the motives are of any offers or reconciliations that are coming your direction. And really, you went through all of this. You escaped this devil energy, a lot of psychological, emotional turmoil. Now you've had financial and material changes that you tried to sail into calmer waters. Is that really energy that you want to allow back? After all of the sacrifices that you've made to gain perspective, to gain that awareness, to, exit that situation that was hurting you. So, all right. And your soulmate message for the eclipse, or I keep saying eclipse, full moon energy, Capricorn, is number 25. That goes to 7 in numerology. It's the seed of the heart. I think that advice right there, it needs to go next to the waiting game in this reunion idea. I think universe, spirit, source, whatever, God, whatever you'd like to refer to the divine energy as, is offering you some very sage advice here. It's not good enough. I just kind of had this feeling as these cards are coming out, whatever offer or reconciliation this is, it's not good enough. It's not going to be any better. Your advice is focus on you. Seed of the heart is tending self-love. And excuse me, how to get some water. And I think that's where your focus needs to be for right now. All right, Capricorn loved ones, let's get an activation for you. Hopefully it's something beautiful and empowering for this self-love to see how this full moon energy can help us with the activation. How can this full moon energy help us? One more. All right. And yours is number 9, allowance. I want to remind you before I even read that, I kind of use a lot of numerology because I find that numbers are significant. They're synchronicities for me frequently in the form of numbers or songs in particular. So I'm always paying attention to these numbers. And I forget what other sign that it was that we were talking about earlier, where the 9 is the solo part of a cycle. It may start at a 1, but there are these balance parts you typically involve other people, even these chaosy parts. But the 9 right before the 10, just like think of the Hermit card before we get to the Wheel of Fortune in the major arcana in traditional tarot. There is a period of introspection after action before completion. Before the whole cycle is done, there has to be some reflection on it. You having allowance is a 9, and I think that that goes along with the seed of the heart. Think of yourself. The frequency of allowance invites us to be more open to whatever comes our way without judgment, without opinion, without fear, without resistance. When we allow, the universe becomes our partner in the wondrous dance of existence and expansion. So you may allow this person for your healing, for your purposes. You may allow this person to come back around and give you an apology. If it's an honest apology, take it. There's nothing holding you back from taking it. Just be aware that it may not be. There may be ulterior motives, but maybe there's somebody new coming in out of your circle of friends that only had not such a strong offer yet. Maybe with that 3 Cups energy, we also have this vibe of let's get to know each other. For some of you, that allowance could be getting to know new people, not being completely separated and cut off because of this experience that you had recently in separating from a toxic situation. Okay. Affirmator for Capricorn. Let's see what Knock has to say. I really do love these cards. And your affirmator is positive thinking. This also came up in, who was it? This was in Scorpio's reading as well. Positive thinking. In the garden of my mind, I water the good thoughts and weed out the bad ones. I throw in forgiveness and empathy seeds by the handful if I want, and I take a lawnmower to that jealousy and resentment patch. I'm a pretty badass mind gardener. So I'm going to put that over here next to Seed of the Heart because that message is for you, Capricorn, okay? Allow from a whole and loving place, but also be putting love into you because you have some healing. You have some healing to do on this journey. All right. So let's see what is going on with Aquarius. Aquarius had kind of a separation situation going on in their personal reading for this month. So I'm curious to see how that is going. Hopefully feeling a little bit free, feeling a little bit more in their power. So let's see what's going on for the sign of Aquarius with this Sag full moon energy. Sign of Aquarius. Sag full moon energy. What is going on for the sign of Aquarius? Strawberry moon, June 2019, and one more. What is going on for the sign of Aquarius? For the Sag full moon, June 2019. What energy is around? Oh, there we go, sacral chakra. Let's just keep going because when they come out like that, they're coming. They're coming. We shouldn't have problems with that. So we're healing. We're healing our self-esteem, our self-confidence, trying to be balanced in that sacral chakra. What energies are coming in for Aquarius with the Sag full moon? What energies are coming in for Aquarius with the Sag full moon? Oh, and you are waiting as well. 2 of Wands energy. Decisions, waiting. You were kind of there before, so let's see what else is going on with those energies with our Aquarians with the Sag full moon. Strawberry moon. Oh, and there one popped out. Heart chakra. We're still healing that. Okay. Let's get one more. One more for Aquarius. What's Aquarius is it? That was our flipper. And we have accelerated movement forward, 8 of Wands energy. And I like that. It's a very celestial card. You're very celestial beings, Aquarius. So we're waiting. We're waiting for doing this healing. But when the time is right and something feels right, we're going to go for it. Very balanced here. We have, this is interesting, 2 with the sacral chakra, 4 with the heart, 2 with the waiting game, and 8 here. So 2 and 2 is 4, 4, 4, 8. So we're on a very balanced, very even keel. That's great for your healing right now, Aquarius. Very, very good. We're starting with that sacral chakra and working our way up, which is advised, which is wonderful. But there's a stalemate in actual action at this moment, and that's okay. That's okay. Let's see what clarifications we have with the Gilded Tarot on these messages for the energy surrounding you with the eclipse. Or eclipse. I keep saying that. Full moon and Sag. Full moon and Sag. Oh, and there's my puppies. Just a second there, Aquarius. Just a second there. Oh, puppies, be quiet. All right. Happy's just really excited that my daughter came home. All right, let's get back and give you one more shuffle to get back in there. What are clarifiers? Yes, markers, silent dreamer. My daughter just came home. And I had forgotten that the screen door was latched, but the door was unlocked. So she's trying to come in, and my lab shepherd mix in particular will bark if he hears a mouse fart. So he told me that essentially my daughter was at the front door and he wasn't going to be quiet till I got it. So thank you for your patience, loved ones. We have here the Three of Wands clarifying the Two of Wands. So you're at a stalemate. You're looking for some kind of action. You're looking for something to kind of come in. Here we have kind of off balance air energy with the Knight of Swords coming in underneath the sacral and the heart chakra. And then we have communications, Page of Wands, double communication here with the Page of Wands and the Eight of Wands accelerated motion. This looks like communication that you're really hoping for, but maybe you wanted to come in and just, this is what you're waiting for, is this communication just to get to the heart of stuff. But I would caution you, Aquarius loved ones, about the negative embodiments of that Knight of Swords energy. Is it can be rash, it can be impulsive, not physically impulsive as in our Knight of Wands, but like intellectually impulsive, just on it. But in the negative, this is abrupt. Nobody sees it coming. It just cuts through stuff and creates chaos. So I think there are a couple of different storylines here for some of you. Don't let this waiting for something to come in get you into this energy of aggression. Aggression perhaps isn't the right word, but or manipulation perhaps. It looks like there's going to be some kind of non-verbal communication, and by this I mean a letter, a text, an email, a messenger message, a Snapchat, whatever have you. But there's some kind of just kind of little message coming your way, and you really want a lot of communication. You want this accelerated motion. So let's get an activation for you, Aquarius, and see what activation you can use with this Sag full moon energy. All right, let's see what activation you need, loved ones. And just, I want to send my love and healing light to you, Aquarius. I'm so happy to see that we have this sequential healing going on. Good advice followed. That may be advice that you just intrinsically had, maybe got someplace else. Maybe that was following my advice. Either way, you're on the right path, healing from the ground up, because that's the way this works. And in order to really have a beautifully open, balanced heart chakra, we really, really need to let go of those past wounds and past hurts that we carry with us in the sacral chakra. So that makes me so happy for you. Healing is beautiful. And we have allowance. Oh, again, we got a number 9. So this is another sign you're like, I'm waiting. But it's okay because this part of the journey is yours. The frequency of allowance invites us to be open to whatever comes our way without judgment, without opinion, without fear, without resistance. When we allow, the universe becomes our partner in the wondrous dance of existence and expansion. I'm going to put that under the Knight of Swords. And also it kind of has that green background, that green energy. I just feel like it belongs there. Cat? No, we don't need you at the reading, thanks. Now we got a cat trying to participate. Oh, it's never a dull moment here. But I do love my pets. They have good vibes. All right, let's get an affirmator for you. And we'll save your soulmate message for last. Because something tells me you need a little bit of affirmation here, Aquarius. A little bit of affirmation. We love you dearly. We don't want to see you get into this fast-moving Knight of Swords energy. Maybe it's cautioning you against that, communicating from a heart space with the allowance and the... Oh my gosh, that's a lot of kitties next door. Silent Dreamer. So let's see, Aquarius. If you can communicate and be allowing in that heart space, because I feel like that's where the message is for you. All right. Oh, so many people keep getting this. It must be the energy of this full moon. Ups and downs. I see life as an incredible ride, and I'm lucky to be on it. Yes, the ups and downs make me want to puke sometimes, but they're also what makes things fun and interesting. And when you look back, even puking on yourself makes for a good story. So this is your ride right here off to the side here, between that 2 of Wands and 3 of Wands energy, Aquarius. There will be ups and downs. Waiting can be frustrating, especially with all that active mind energy that you have, Aquarius. It can be difficult. You could also, again, I don't really like to do this. I just read the energies. Knight of Swords can be a air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. This Page of Wands could be a younger fire sign. Younger fire sign here. Okay. Let's see what your soulmate message is. And oh my gosh, yours is seed of the heart too. So I'm going to, oh gosh. Well, we'll put it over here. While you're waiting for this communication, this action to come in, please love yourself. Please love yourself. I think there's all this repeating on love, 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 self-love, allowance, self-love, allowance. I think this allowance is every bit as much for you as it is for others, Aquarius. Because it's your last reading, you were in an energy that had you second guessing yourself. Okay, so come back to you and love you and be patient and allowing of yourself. And realize that there are ups and downs, but at the end of this particular aspect of your journey, Aquarius, you are going to have the most amazing stories to tell. The most amazing stories to tell. So good healing energy. Don't feel selfish putting it into yourself. It's going to get you back synced up with other energies, which is really where you like to be. Pisces. Let's see what's going on for our Pisces loved ones. Pisces loved ones for the Sag full moon. You know what's interesting is maybe we'll jinx it here with this reading, but like we haven't had some of the traditional cards for this Sagittarius moon come up. Like we haven't seen Temperance. We haven't seen Knight King or Queen of Wands. Okay, so very interesting. We'll see. We'll see if maybe if that comes up a little bit in Pisces, or maybe it's just the way that this energy is interacting with where everyone else is. So some people, it's got you really wanting that action. That's one thing I do see is we do have a fairly large distribution of Wands energy in our readings. So I think maybe that's where our Sag energy is showing up. Pisces. Pisces, Pisces, how's it going? Let's see where your energy's at. Oh, and see, I just jinxed myself. Temperance. It's with that Sag energy. It's balance and patience. It's cultivating patience while you're waiting for things. And trying to find that balance between feeling and action. Okay. What other energies are coming in for our Pisces loved ones with the full moon in Sag? What other energies are coming in for Pisces with the full moon in Sag? Strawberry moon, June 2019. What other energies are coming in? Oh, let's go ahead and get two more. That one wanted to jump off anyway. Let's see what else is coming here. We'll get another card for Pisces energy. Oh, there it is. All right, so we have Five of Cups energy. Some feeling of emotional loss, a little bit of a heart guarded. Again, with this orange, with the sacral chakra energy, maybe an old wound. All right, so underneath patience and temperance, again, we have this Five of Cups energy, feeling of emotional loss. We see this orange around here. So old stuff kind of keeping us closed, keeping our heart closed. However, there is some kind of accelerated message, some kind of accelerated movement that is coming towards you with this Eight of Wands energy, Pisces. And because of where you're at, you are really being called upon to use your intuition. And that's something that's very difficult to get in when you have some blockages with the heart because we're feeling wounded. And I feel like the patience is in direct relationship to this communication. Maybe there is someone that you have recently separated, parted ways with, that you're just really missing, and you're patiently hoping that they are going to come back with some kind of communication for you. So let's see what kind of clarification we have from the Gilded Tarot. And find out what this emotional loss energy is. Like, I just keep feeling like this maybe isn't a recent emotional loss. Like, this is old. This is old, but something that's happened recently has kind of triggered that old wound. It has emotionally picked the scab off of that wound. So let's see what we have here. One more shuffle, and let's get some clarifiers for my Pisces loved ones. And that was a terrible terrible shuffle there. All right, Pisces. What is going on, loved ones? It always makes me feel sad to see that emotional loss card. Oh, okay, we're okay. We're okay. We're okay. Okay. So Under emotional loss, we have the Three of Pentacles. This is somebody that you're not speaking to right now, that you felt like you could build some kind of foundation with. Okay. You thought all the elements were there to collaborate to build something. And then we have this emotional loss, this separation, an accelerated motion, but then we have the Seven of Swords energy with like this thought or feeling that something is not what it seems, something was dishonest, like a thief in the night. So I think there's some kind of warning here, especially because, wow, this next combination of cards really is telling us something here. So we have intuition and the devil. This could be Capricorn energy, but to me, I feel like, oh, and here we have a kitty coming to say hi. Obi-Wan. We don't need you for the reading, bud. I feel like toxicity is what's going on, and your intuition is telling you this is a bad idea. This is not what it seems. Okay. Especially because we had these two coming out together. So if there is some kind of fast movement from somebody that you cut off that you thought you could see a future with, be aware. Oh, that they went there. Be aware of their intentions, Pisces, because something isn't right here. And you know something isn't right here. All right, let's see what soulmate message we have for you. I find, especially when you're dealing with really toxic energies, these soulmate messages really can get you refocused back to where you need to be. So I think that's what we need first, loved ones. And we'll see what's going on. Hopefully, for those of you that the reading resonated with, hopefully that female figure has been there and that feminine energy has been loving and supportive of you, Pisces. All right. Let's get that soulmate message, loved ones. I bet your intuition is just really on point right now. Oh my gosh. And you have the seed of the heart too. There are so many signs getting this card today. This is number 25. It's a 2 and 7. Or 2 and 5. It'll go to a 7 in numerology. Your intuition tells you stay away from this toxic stuff and just tend the seed of your own heart right now. Tend the seed of your own heart right now, because you are going through some healing. And you have been patient with whoever this is that you thought that you could build something. You have been more than patient with this person, Pisces. So yes, very strong message for that card marker, Silent Dreamer. Let's see what activation we have for you, Pisces. Hopefully it's a great, beautiful, empowering message so you can transmute that full moon energy and really help yourself get going here, loved ones. All right. And you have solar plexus chakra, number 3, frequency of the solar plexus chakra, the yellow flower of life, supports our sense of self, personal power, and willpower, as well as our knowing of who we are and what our contribution is to the whole. There we go with that empowerment. That empowerment intuition is telling you your heart, your needs, take care of yourself. You know what is healthy when you have confidence and consistent boundaries, and your intuition, your sixth sense, your spidey senses, what your spirit, your guides, what have you, you know that this person that you're dealing with that has taken from you in the past is not coming correct with their energy. They're not coming honestly with their energy. And it's toxic. It definitely toxic to your well-being. You know, especially because you're so sensitive and intuitive and perceptive, like that you really know when people are lying to you and you try to give them the benefit of the doubt. But it adds insult to injury because it always hurts to be lied to, but to be so strongly intuitive and know that it's happening and just hope that it won't happen is very hurtful. You feel very taken from. So let's see what affirmator you have, loved ones. This is a Pisces power reading. Pisces power, get in your power. And your affirmator says courage, which goes with that solar plexus chakra. No one is fearless. No one. But even though I'm not fearless, I am courageous. When fear shows up, I don't run away from it. I use my courage to conquer it. My courage allows me to walk right up to that fear and kick it in the nuts, then quickly hide behind someone bigger until it goes away. I'm putting that with the solar plexus and the double energy for you Pisces, because you are courageous. You have this great intuition, this beautiful heart. Just focus on boundaries. I think the courage is in asserting your boundaries, okay? With this energy coming in, love yourself. When you love yourself, those boundaries, the courage, the intuition, everything kind of synthesizes and it collaborates together to really guide you on your path. So you're just like, I know that's bad business. I know that's bad business. Your intuition is on point with that, Pisces. Now, I am going to get these cards back together, and I am going to get a broad message for everyone in terms of this eclipse energy. So there we go. We have strawberry full moon in Sagittarius there. And let's just get advice for the energies here. Broad advice for all my loved ones. What kind of energies are coming? What kind of energies are coming overall? Ones that reflect readings, ones that maybe didn't make it. What are overall energies coming with this full moon in Sag? Overall energies for all signs. What is coming with this full moon in Sag? So thank you for my loved ones who are taking time out of a family holiday to watch this. I hope you reached out to the masculine energy in your life and expressed your gratitude today. So, all right, let's get general messages. Well, there's a crossed one. Let's flipper. Let's go through what are general messages for all with the energy of this eclipse full moon in Sagittarius. I probably should put into like a nickel jar for every time I said eclipse today. A nickel for every time. Gosh, that would be one hell of a super chat, wouldn't it? Okay, we've got a couple messages out here, and wow. These are beautiful messages, and they're huge. They're huge. So, first of all, We have hope. We have the star. Number 17, 1 and 7 goes to an 8. So 8s are about momentum, movement, movement on our hopes and dreams, but also taking that spiritual time with a 4 of Swords energy to rest and rejuvenate. Okay. So rest and rejuvenate, like a lot of the transits have had a lot of energy. This one for everybody, I think that's tapping into the more spiritual side of Sagittarius energy. Maybe resting and rejuvenating can get us in touch with those dreams. We have some transformation. The Death card in traditional tarot, number 13. So what I am kind of getting to is that if there was any kind of changes that were triggered with the full moon in Scorpio, we're now into the next sign here. Those are coming to a close. Those are coming to a close. So we're going to go ahead and get a little bit more with the Gilded Tarot. Clarification on those messages. I'm only going to take one for each. So a lot of people were getting the same cards. I mean, you see the shuffling. We're getting shuffled here. So definitely some synchronicities going on with different folks. Hopefully we're getting empowering messages and confirmations and guidance that are helping us to get to our happy place, to tend that place of unconditional love inside of us, and do the healing that we each have to do so that we can radiate that unconditional love outward to others without resentment, without guilt, without obligation, without shame. Because love is free. Oh gosh. And here go the puppies. All right. Oh, thank heaven for my daughter. I was going to say thank heaven for little girls, but children are great, period. All right. So hopes, right under hopes, we have 10 of Cups. Like your heart's desires. Get in touch with those. Get in touch with those. Take the time to rest and rejuvenate yourself. Pace yourself with this Knight of Pentacles. Pace yourself on projects, loved ones. Slow and steady wins the race. In transformation with having this King of Pentacles, that tells me that we're transforming into things that are more stable. Stable, stable, stable. Stable and slow moving is not bad at all. It's a very earthy way to attain our goals, our dreams. Okay. So what's coming is going to be end of cycles and a period of some slower moving energy than what we've been experiencing going through Taurus and Gemini season. Slower moving as we're going into Cancer season. All right, and soulmate message for everyone. Keep in mind your individual soulmate message, but this is going to be shared, shared soulmate message for all my loved ones. The Temple. This goes great with our rest and rejuvenate. Taking care of the body. Your body is a temple. It is the vessel that is carrying your soul. Treat it accordingly. Be good to it. Be kind to it. Nurture it. Don't engage in excesses that would harm it. And And I think too, with having the Knight and the King of Pentacles there, that it's cautioning against excess, about moderation, about stability. And here we have 8, 4, and 4 in numerology. So stability. And 4 and 4, the 4 plus the 4 gets to the 8. With here we have Earth Knight, Earth King. So this being card number 59 in numerology, we'll add the 5 to the 9, get 16, reduce that down to a 7. So, and that's underneath these 8s. Underneath these 8s, good foundation. So I think we're attending to the body. Attending to the body when it comes to rest and rejuvenate. Especially after all that fast-moving energy that we had. And all that Venus-y energy that came into Taurus. It really had a spring and bloom for a lot of people. All right, let's get our activation for this full moon energy, my loved ones. And we have realization. That is just beautiful. It's number 37, numerology. That goes to a 10, reduces back down to a 1, which is something that starts with each of us individually. Look at the beautiful green. Again, we have this greeny, earthy. The frequency of realization supports the internal process of becoming aware of our heart-centered truth, as well as the external process of becoming our highest expression in this world. What is our heart-centered truth? 10 of Cups. 10 of Cups. And becoming aware happens with this rest and rejuvenation. He's actually, praying in the woods in the depiction in this deck. So let's get an affirmator for all of you loved ones. Get an affirmator for everyone. Let's see what we have. This is beautiful energy, regardless of what you're going through. Like, I like the look. I'm getting this message too. I really like the look of this message. Rest and take care of the body. Realization. And then systematic and methodical application of your energies to accomplishing these goals. All right. And let's get that affirmator card. Story of my life. Oh, this is beautiful. As I tell myself the story of what's happening in my life, I choose to make it the kind of story where even the tough parts have a sort of inner beauty. It's ultimately a happy story where every character, no matter how wicked, is doing their best. And let me tell you, it'll be worth it when I earn that Pulitzer Prize for Best Inner Monologue. So I think that story of your life goes with this realization, okay? It is all about your perspective and the way that you are visualizing things to manifest into your life. Okay. So if you're seeking those higher vibrational things, those beautiful, positive things, if you're able in this period of rest and rejuvenation where you're a little bit withdrawn from other people, putting some healing energy back into your body, but also transforming, maybe this transformation is psychological. A lot of us are coming out of situations, we're processing what's happened. Part of cycles ending, part of death and rebirth is this period of reflection, of realization. Maybe our hopes and dreams have changed. Maybe we've got out of touch with what they are. Regardless, it is on each of us to slowly, stably, systematically, get back on that path once we've figured out what that is. And ultimately, you choose whether or not you're looking at your soul's journey in a positive or a negative light. And remember that we are responsible for our own perception and our own realization. So I just love to see that star card with the 10 of cups going out to everybody. There's a lot of big stuff here, and we all need to, as part of this same energy, we need to be there for each other and remind one another that this is never out of reach. That's something that we can realize, something that we can manifest in our lives. And it comes to you when the time is right, from this period of cyclical change, of outgrowing what we've learned from what no longer serves us and moving on. And if there are things that you want to keep with you so that these transformations are not as upsetting, especially if you're in fixed energy, then you have some parts that are stable, that you've realized, that you've dreamt of, that you've worked on methodically yourself, and as well as your physical health. Don't neglect, it's telling you not to neglect your physical health as you take this time out for headspace to get your plan figured out again, to catch up the most recent chapter of your story. Don't be so stuck in your head that you're ignoring the material, the 3D, including your physical body. Okay? So I love you all so very much, loved ones. I hope that you were able to find some messages that guided, inspired, affirmed, or resonated with you during the live event. Thank you for dealing with the live event dying. The laptop cord got unplugged. I really feel like a rank amateur, but when I pretend like I'm just speaking to a very close friend, then I forget we're on camera. And my pets are here, and I talk to my pets because that's just what I do. So it's getting more and more comfortable. I love to be able to provide these live streams because then you're not waiting for content to get uploaded. And the longer that I'm working in these energies, I think the better the messages are that I'm able to get from them. I feel like my intuition is a little bit better. So and here I'm like, oh, cards here. I was going to stack them in front of the right boxes. And so if there were particular cards that I used today that you were just like, soulmate, journey, empath, why weren't you using those cards before? Or, those cards are all right, but I'm not really vibing with them. Let me know. I would love any feedback that you have. Of course, if this is resonating with you, if you're resonating with the vibes, if you like it, you think of somebody that it could apply to, please like, share, subscribe. Thank you so very much. Sending so much love and gratitude and appreciation to the people who have liked, viewed, shared, subscribed, and commented. Oh, well, thank you. Then I will keep mixing it up a little bit with these cards here. I'll try to keep them consistent for the type of reading, so that I'm not switching it for every sign. But we can get some of the other cards in here too and kind of mix it up. So again, thank you so very much for all of your support. I hope that these activations and messages really help you to make the most of this full moon energy that we have coming in for us. And if you have any questions, are really stuck on an issue, I am not booking private readings for pay at this time, but I would be more than happy to help you work to the bottom of a situation that is just really perplexing you. If you would like to do, let's call it seek additional guidance, because I'm not booking private readings, but it would essentially be a private reading. It's really easy when I have more direct energies to focus in on. So thank you so much. Love, light, and peace. And again, thank you so much for all of your support. It is humbling me, and I hope that I can continue to bring you guidance and align you with unconditional love. Bye-bye, loved ones.